last 60 years has been a massive decline in foreign missions.
I'm sharing the gospel through church planting.
In the 1930s, if somebody gave $10 in Thai, they'd give an additional $6 in foreign missions. Today, just 28 cents.
We're doing the best we can with what we have, but I'm still not satisfied.
Over 2 billion people in the world today still have no access to the gospel.
God's crazy in love with the Thai people, and I sense His Spirit hovering over the city.
I've come to Bangkok, Thailand, to discover the truth about foreign missions. Come with me as I follow my good friend, Pastor Doug Van, in his everyday life as a frontline missionary.
I prayed for God's biggest dream, and He gave me this city of 12 million. Welcome to my world. Let's go and talk with Jun Taotoa. He's the pastor in charge of the Literature Evangelist for our Thailand Adventist mission. And so I wanted to talk to him to see how it's going with the publishing work, and so find out good update from him. Okay. How are you today? How long have you been here in Thailand?
4 years and 6 months already.
Okay, 4 years and 6 months. So I remember that Pastor Jun and I actually went to Thai class together, and when I was like maybe in module 3 or 4, and then Pastor Jun and his family arrived, and so we went back and forth every day, and so that's where it kind of bonded us together. So tell me, what do we have available to offer to the public in the Thai language?
Since I arrived in Thailand, I plan to produce this New Start in Thai.
Right.
And by God's grace in 2008, we were able to print this book, New Start, in Thai version.
Right.
This book is very interesting, but the problem is we only printed 1,000 copies for the first printing.
And how many people are there in Thailand?
Of course, we have, in population, we have 65,000.
Yeah.
A million.
Yeah, 65 million. So we were able to print
only
1,000.
1,000.
Okay. All right.
It's because our budget.
Okay.
We got the budget during our literature convention. We were able to gather at least 102,000 baht.
Right.
And that was the amount that we were able to do the printing, translation and printing.
Right. So that was around from that one convention of the Literature Evangelists who came. They collected an offering of about $3,000, and that's what you were able to use to print
to start
the 1,000 copies. And in this last couple of years, how has that book? What's been the reception among the Thai people? Are they interested in it?
Yes. This book is very interesting for the Thai people, but we have the problem because when they ask how much is that,
right,
then they will say, oh, that's expensive for us already.
So what's the price on it?
This one is 685 baht.
An average person in Bangkok would make around $10 a day, and so that would be around 2 days.
2 days salary.
2 days salary.
Yeah. People will take a look, but when it comes to price, they will hesitate to buy
because it's too expensive.
It's too expensive.
If you had more budget, you instead of printing 1,000, if you just print 10,000 copies of the book, then you could bring down your price. Then that way it'd be more affordable as well.
That's right.
Tell me about your other book here.
In English, this is called Lifestyle to Better Health.
Okay.
And they choose the proper word or title because Yudimisok means it's a blessing.
Right.
It's about joy or happiness in Thai. So this title will really catch the attention of the people. And in fact, we are so happy that with this project, we were able to print 10,000 copies in 2010.
We've been here now, 4 years and 6 months.
Yes.
You've been here. And you have 2 new books. What did you have before then? because I know that you have a team of dedicated people who are out visiting the Thai people around the city and around the country. But what else do they have? Is this all?
Yes, when I arrived, we have some, we have books in Thai.
Right.
It's quite old.
Right.
We have the Modern Medical Guide. We have the Adventist Home.
Right.
We have even the Great Controversy. But
Right.
when I arrived, it was just a limited copy.
Right.
So we already sold all those copies now, and that's why we try to make another project for the new titles.
Right.
Yeah.
What about, do you have anything for kids?
We have only 5 volumes of the Bible Friends.
Right. But in English, there's 10 volumes.
10 volumes, but in Thai we have only 5. But
Why?
we are.
Is it because we didn't get those other 5 translated? Is that why? And then they
I think
print
during
those?
the translation, it was translated, but maybe the capacity to print is just for 5 volumes first.
Right. So
Yeah.
was that because of a lack of budget?
I think so.
4.5 years ago, when we arrived here to Thailand, I know what it was like for me to, kind of assess what's going on here. You and I were given jobs here at the mission level. Pastor Jun arrived here as a missionary from the Philippines, and we landed here about the same time. And what was it like for you when you saw, you were used to doing ministry in the Philippines, and you had many books, and then you come to Thailand and you had limited resources. So what was that like? How did that make you feel?
Well, I'm used to bring with my car before with a lot of books, different titles.
In the Philippines?
In the Philippines.
Right.
I've been working since high school. So I have the opportunity to see many titles of the books we have there. But when I arrived in Thailand, when I realized that we have only few books, it came to my mind that we really need to produce more.
Right.
But because of some challenges that we are facing, actually the main need of Thailand Publishing Department here is the editorial staff.
Right.
Because right now we don't have people to do this project.
Right.
I have all the list of the books that need to be translated,
Right.
and of course after translation for printing, but there is no
There's no workers.
there's
to
no
do that.
workers for this.
Okay.
I'm the only one who will, of course I have the committee, but I have to think and plan and then bring it to the committee.
Right.
But when it comes to daily doing this for this purpose,
Right.
no workers.
Here's a suggested list of translating and printing. So you got kids' books, health books and magazines, young people and young adults, and then spiritual books. And then, so why did you choose these?
These books usually already have some copyright from the Philippine Publishing House. The Philippine Publishing House got the copyright from the Review and Herald.
Right.
And there's a policy that when the books already copyrighted from one publishing house within the division, so if the Thailand mission will print that one, so no need to pay for the copyright.
Right, because the copyright has already been paid by the division.
Yes.
Do you have anybody that's not just translating work, but that's authoring original Christian work that to bridge the gap?
Bridge the gap.
Yeah, because Buddhists, they don't understand, they have no context for, understanding, Christian concepts like salvation or grace, forgiveness. So do we have any Thai authors? I mean, because here's Ajahn Suntri, she's the author, and then here's her brother, Dr. Nipiporn.
Right now we don't have it.
So we have no Thai authors.
So do we have any books that actually can take a Buddhist and explain what the Christian worldview is, some of these concepts in a bigger picture rather than... Because if a Buddhist picks up a Bible, usually they don't even understand what it's saying.
Yeah.
To verify this point, I took some friends out to dinner, and after our meal, I asked Bo, who is a brand new Seventh-day Adventist, to read a passage of the Bible.
And so Rita.
Can you understand that? Do you understand it?
No,
You don't?
not really. Some.
Why don't you understand it? What's wrong?
It's a Thai word that they use the Thai royal word, like the specific word that sometimes when I read it and I don't really understand what's that mean.
Oh, really?
Like the totally new word. Like it's just like read first time in my life or something.
So have you graduated from elementary school?
Yes, of course.
Did you graduate from high school?
Yes.
And what's that?
And the bachelor college also.
So you're a college graduate
Yes.
and you don't understand what
No.
the Bible says?
No. That's a weed, isn't it?
Yeah.
They should have understand. I hope that they could make it would be easier if we read the letter in the Bible and we understand all.
So then I asked her friend Charlie, who was a Buddhist, to read something from the Gospel of Luke. This was the first time in his life to ever read the Bible. Okay, Charlie,
Yeah.
do you understand what you're reading?
No.
Do you understand?
There's no dialogue about the king word, but then... No, I don't understand. Sorry.
Do you understand the words? Do you understand all the words?
I understand the word actually.
You understand the words, but not what it's saying.
Is there a double meaning? Is there a double meaning on this, or it seems to be hiding? It's not really Thai dialogue, man. The way that it's writing it. It's just something translate, but it's not fully translate to another language yet. Get a translation in this Bible. In the Bible it seems to have some language barrier a little bit. For example, first you could translate from English to Thai language, vocabulary to another vocabulary, but then it's not really fully understand yet. You need another transformation from that part to finalize into the understandable Thai language.
To get the meaning across.
Yeah, but what I'm reading here in the Bible seems to be the language is stuck in the middle.
So the words are there, but the meaning isn't.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Okay.
Right now we have only the story of Jesus in Thai.
Story of Jesus?
Story of Jesus.
What's that?
Is
What's the story of Jesus?
I don't know. I mean, I know the story of Jesus.
Yeah,
but
it's
what's the book?
the
Is
book.
it
The
Ellen White book?
yeah, I think Ellen White.
Right.
The mission printed the book of the year, the 10 Commandments,
Right.
and the End Time Countdown.
Right.
So that's our two books that we can buy and give right now.
Ten Commandments.
Yeah, the 10 Commandments in Thai already.
Is that designed for Buddhists?
No.
No. So it's
It's-
designed for other Christians?
Well, it was translated. It was translated. I think. If you have the. Here you go. Oh, so Lauren Wade.
Lauren Wade.
Okay, so
And then the End Time Countdown in English is by Alejandro Bullion. He's the South American evangelist, kind of like the Adventist equivalent of Billy Graham. He's helped baptize thousands of people around the world. So that's who.
but these books are for Christians.
They're
right?
from they're assuming a Christian a background and worldview, and so that
these books are appealing to what percentage of the population here in Thailand?
at least from the demographics that I've done, there are less than 1% who are Christian.
This one, the End Time Countdown,
Right.
can still relate for the Buddhist people
Well, it can.
because there is a chapter here
Right.
that the content is about the tsunami in Phuket. So if you share this to the Buddhist people, you can just point some page that the actual happening in Phuket and how it relates to the last days,
signs of the
signs of the time. And the 10 Commandments, I think even though they are Buddhist, but the way the author explained, it could be also a very interesting facts to them, especially how this author explained different parts of the Ten Commandments.
I know our team in the field on Mother's Day and Father's Day twice a year, we will take this book, the Thai version, and we'll distribute it in honor as a gift to the mothers and fathers of like our students or the community. And so that way, because there is a chapter on honoring your father and your mother, and so then that way we share that with the community. I don't see on this list any of the books by Ellen White. So is that on here?
This one about the growing a happy family. This is the Adventist home.
Oh, okay.
Growing a healthy family. This is the ministry of healing.
Okay.
Growing a responsible child is about
Child guidance.
Child guidance. Growing through education is education.
These books have been voted to be translated, but who will do the translation?
Well, here's his workflow right here. I think he needs someone like for New Start or these stories. He needs a translator, an editor, a photographer, layout and design, a graphic designer. Then we go into printing, and then we need someone in charge, and then it goes to the secretariat.
The fields are blank.
I think that's
Why are these
for all
fields,
of them.
Why are those fields blank?
This is the challenges that we are facing.
So there's no
I've been longing for the time to come that once we have the editorial staff, then these blanks will be filled.
Right.
Because we have the reading committee only in Thailand,
Right.
but the translation is very few can do, and we even ask some church members to do it for us.
Right.
Yeah. Ever since the books that we have here, many are translated by the church members for free.
Right.
Yeah. But this time, if we don't have really the editorial staff, still the work will still go slowly.
Right.
Yeah. Before we have also that translation center in the Mission College. Is operated by the union.
Right. And then what
Some of the books there is translated. Before we will print it here,
Right.
it should also go through the reading committee.
Right. As I've seen here, we have witnessed, since you and I have come to Thailand, the Thailand publishing or the printing press is closed.
This is what happens when we stop giving our mission offerings.
This place was where the Thailand Adventist press was, and I want to find out why is it closed and what's going on. So let's go find out. Pastor Chen Chai, can you tell us the story of this place?
The press, the old press, we start for a year, maybe 2 years, and we have a plans to set up a 7-day Adventist bookstore in this area with some of the producers of health food company and also handicraft production. And we want to set up a library in here, and we also want to build storerooms for all the head departments in this first floor.
Why did this place close? Here, the Thailand Adventist Publishing House. Can you tell
The problem is we have all printing machine, and we have about 7 to 8 people for printing materials, but the cost of hiring these people and printing material is very expensive compared to outside. So right now we want to print and sell some of the printing, the old kind of printing, and we will set up a printing office. So the printing, we have a license in printing shop, and we will continue the license. And we will have an office, so we have connection with outside, and will be cheaper because nowadays all the printing machine is very updated, and they bring colors and everything is very cheap. So we found out that we need to change the strategy of the printing work for the Lord in Thailand.
So that way you're outsourcing the printing rather than doing it in-house. So the printing ministry will still continue?
Yeah, the printing ministry will continue. We just change the strategy, the plan, that we will not have a group of workers in the printing shop, but we will have only maybe one or two, and they will have connections outside so they can, printing materials wherever we want, or the schools under them, they want the materials, we can, help this institution.
One reason why this place didn't close, was it because that the Thailand mission didn't have enough funds to update the equipment?
Yeah, there will be one of the reasons that we want to temporarily close, and we will stop in the other way to operate the printing materials for them. Today, the families of Thailand Adventist mission, they are here to clean this place. So we working hands in hands, and we spend today and tomorrow for the cleaning, and we will have lunch together and fellowship together. So everybody seems very, energetic to work very hard. So we thank God for this spirit of working together. Thank you.
From what I understand, using an outside press is cheaper only when the printing volume is low. But if there were sufficient funds to print the books they need, it may have been more cost-effective to continue using this press or to upgrade it to the latest model.
What's happening here?
Yeah, we are cleaning up everything. Make use of this room. It has been kept for a long time without using. So at this time we think we can make more useful activities inside here, as the president said. Yeah.
Excellent.
I came to Thailand to see how the lack of giving to missions has affected the frontline work, and this is what I found. It is collapsing. There are no Desire of Ages or Steps to Christ books available in the bookstore. Yet tens of millions of Thais still live with no clue that Jesus even exists. To us, this is just a statistic, but to these dear, committed leaders, it's a reality they have to live with every day. The real issue is, am I willing to let it stay this way? Do I care that there are so few Adventist books in print? Do I care that the average Thai cannot understand the Bible? Do I care enough to do something, to give something more than the $21 a year that the average North American Adventist gives?
And then just a few months ago, the translation center at the college has closed. And so maybe this, and then we just heard from Dr. Surachet even again this morning that the Thai theology program has closed, even though they've restarted like the lay training, and they've restarted like this Bible junior college, Bible college thing. But I just see this lack of Thai workers across the board.
And then how many Thai workers now do you have?
I have 2 for the 9 church plants, and then we're trying to expand as well as we're trying to then support the other 14 church plants across the city, and I've got 2 workers now. And so I'm having to right now, one of my staff was just transferred down to Phuket, down to southern Thailand, and I don't have a missionary there, a foreign missionary, and now I don't have a Thai. And so we just had to put a sign up on the door saying, closed until further notice. And so, we've got kids coming and people coming for class, and what kind of witness is that? But that's a different story.
What's it like for the normal average literature evangelist here in Thailand? I mean, is it easy for them to sell, make a living, and are they encouraged, or are they, what's it like for them? You're the director of the Literature Evangelism program, so you work with them daily.
We have the struggle for our local LEs because the problem is we don't have enough Thai books to sell, and their income with that few books is not enough for their living.
So basically your LEs don't have a very good product, they don't have very many products to sell. They have to start out with no income other than what they get on their commission.
Yes, that's why that is really the challenge that we're facing. As soon as we tell them this is the ministry, and they say, okay, we are willing to do.
And they're moved by God to help expand.
But
right.
If I go and work with them, then I can have a little budget within that period of time. Maybe 1 week. I'll be the one to take care of the food and their travel expenses for 1 week.
Right.
But when I'm not there, they are supposed to have their own.
Right.
But the problem is they are also beginner, so they cannot do it by themselves because they don't have budget by themselves. We don't have also budget to give them every day. This is the reason why we are looking forward that we can have this Adapt and LE ministry, that if we have some people who are willing to support one LE for 1 year or sponsor an LE for 6 months to start with, and then after 6 months, then if they have really the ability to go on, then they can already survive because they have been sponsored for the first 6 months. I'm excited to what will happen for the next 5 years, because right now, this afternoon, I'm going to Chantaburi to start the project, because we are planning to conduct health lecture in every company, university, anywhere that our program will be accepted. We will promote these 2 books to them, and of course we will give them some spiritual books also. So with this, I'm so much excited what would be the result of this project for the next 5 years. Thanks for your prayer, your support.
Thank you, Pastor Jun.
Okay.
What do you say?